The latest and greatest in battery and whole home power solutions from our friends at EcoFlow. They do not make a more powerful unit. This is the latest one that they've brought out. They're the #1 brand out there. And we've been talking about it. We know it's a considered purchase, but we were talking about how important of a purchase it is for you. If you are one of those people that doesn't plan ahead and kind of gets like, I wish I did this, this is an opportunity for you to get something right here, which is a life changer. It's a game changer, because we finally can say that you can plug virtually everything in your home into this. So you can plug in your washing machine, you can plug your dryer, you can plug your AC units, both portable and your big AC units, anything you cook with. It could be heating burners, it could be toasters, it could be your waffle iron, whatever it is. All those things that make life enjoyable, where you thrive instead of just getting by. So we know it's a considered purchase, but we did a little work and found out this unit right here on one of the most popular sites out there that you all know is actually $5,200 just as it is, okay? And that's without the solar panel. We're $5,249 with an $850 solar panel included, all right? I am encouraging everybody to get it with the solar panel, because then you're off grid. Now, even when the power's off for days and days and days, you can still recharge the unit, because remember, it's rechargeable. It's a battery. You charge it over and over and over. It has a 5-year warranty. The shipping we will pay for, and that's $90 to ship it. So it comes to your door. You don't have to try to find a truck and haul a big gas-powered generator to your house, which has to stay outside. You don't have to pump it full of gas. It doesn't hold fuel. It basically holds electrical power, clean electrical power. With this solar panel, I have 19 left, if you want to get it. My total with solar is 71. So with solar, I have 71 left. Without, I only have 19. So if you just want to buy the unit itself, there's a dozen and a half left over. And we've only got about 15 or so minutes to go. Justin Hyatt is with me. He's joining me. We're going to go through all the different things. The first thing I will say before we get to him is, with an HSN credit card, you can get it without the solar panel for $251 a month, 18 months, no interest, no finance charge. If you get it with the solar panel, it's $291 a month, 18 months, no interest, no finance charge. Get it home. To be comfortable, to be fed, to be warm if you need to be, cool when you need to be able to wash your clothes, cook your food. This is whole home, and Justin's here going to tell us all about it. We only have like 12 or 13 minutes left. It's going by quick.
It is, but there's so much to talk about. I know we've really just kind of scratched the surface with this. One of the things I do want to do is I want to pull up all of those graphics that we've got of what it's going to power and how long it's going to power for, because this represents something that's 2 days of essential power. 2 days of essential power, but it's the things that in your life, in your home, that you need, that's essential to you. A washing machine. And we talk about this because it's not just being out of power for 5 hours sometimes. It could be 5 days, depending on where you are. A refrigerator, and look at the times that are stamped next to it and underneath those, right? So that washing machine, I think, was 61 times. That refrigerator, 46 hours. That represents 2 days of full power on your refrigerator. Your heating fan, up to 10 hours. And that's one of the things I really want to talk about too, which is, we're in summertime. I want to talk about the heat. Heat, and a lot of people don't realize, is actually one of the most deadly weather events that you can experience. When you lose power during the summertime, it's 100 degrees outside. It can be 130 degrees inside your home. And it's not just about powering up a fan anymore. It's about powering up an AC unit. And it's not just a window AC unit, not just a portable AC unit, it is a central AC unit. This can power up a 3-ton AC unit. So if it's just those things, right, I want you to also consider this. This is not something that you should look at and say, wow, that might be way too complicated for me. It couldn't be easier. There's no pull crank, there's no maintenance. This is not your conventional, what we put in air quotes, generator, right? But it's our electric version of a generator. It's easier to use. It's whisper quiet, 0 decibels. That means it's virtually silent when it's running, still, when it's running, not just sitting there, while it's running up to 2,000 watts of power. Your microwave will be the loudest thing that you'll hear because that will run at roughly about 1,700 to 1,800 watts of power. I can have my induction burner running while I've got my microwave running. All of those things are what? We need to cook food at some point. We want to be able to have those essential things like I was talking about, but we couldn't do those things before. We can do them now. This is about one source for literally your whole entire home. And we talk about simplicity. It's one touch of a button. It tells you how much power that it has. It'll tell you how long it'll run whatever you've got plugged in. It'll even show you exactly how much wattage is being pulled. We call it a power station, but what you're getting, if you're getting the unit and the solar panel, is a solar generator. And we've never, ever presented, one, the Delta Pro Ultra, but two, we've never presented that 400-watt solar panel that's behind me. That can be used in conjunction with any of the power stations that you have. If you already own some of our EcoFlow products, great, you can use that solar panel with it. But that now connected to your Delta Pro Ultra is a solar generator. Here's what's amazing about that. When I've got it plugged in, that's 400 free watts of power that I can be using to power my lights and my fans and anything else I've got in my home. Not only do we have a 400-watt solar panel, this can do 10 times as much solar input, 4,000 watts of solar input, because for some of you, and now I know this isn't for everybody, if you have solar panels at home, well, now you can actually use this as your storage of power for those solar panels. So solar panels, yeah, are great. You need a storage of power. In a lot of cases, one of the things that we're seeing now is it's unbelievable tax incentives to have storage of power in your home. Yeah. That's what this can also be too. So much. And of course, we talk about branding. EcoFlow is not #1 just here at HSN. EcoFlow is #1 globally when it comes to power stations and solar generators. This is not just a power station that we just launched last year. This is one that we recently just launched. It's the most powerful, it's the most cutting edge that we've ever done. #1 brand in this category. This is the most cutting edge and most powerful that we have.
You know, we're getting down to the wire. We have about 5 or 6 minutes left. And like I said before, it may not be for everybody, but if you care about the comfort, the safety of your family and your pets, you owe it to yourself to have some kind of a plan in place, right? I own the smaller one, and I bought that 2 or 3 years ago. That little unit right there has saved me so many times, and you see it down there before. That's the Max. But guess what? I can't really plug my refrigerator into there for long term. I can't do a washer dryer. There's a lot of things I can't do with that one. It's very portable. It's wonderful to take camping and things like that because you can plug lights and all that stuff, but it's not a whole home solution. This, and by the way, it's on wheels, rolls wherever you need it, okay? So you can move it from room to room. This is a whole room solution, a whole home solution. You can, and we'll show you, Justin's gonna show you the ports again to show you how you can plug your washing machine, your dryer, all that stuff into this, because it has all those separate ports. But we don't have a lot left. I have 18 left without the solar panel, and I've got about 60 or so left with the solar panel. The solar panel, if you get it, it's $200 off what we offer for the solar panel by itself. And I don't even, if you look at these solar panels, these are like the ones people put on their roofs. These are serious solar panels, and they're gonna generate the 400 watts of power that will transfer to your unit itself that allows you to keep everything powered up. I'm gonna hand it over to you because I know we only have 6 minutes left. We have a lot to show. So when we get this home, this is an idea of how you put it to work.
Yeah, and this is where I love being able to just show you, educate you, because I understand this is an investment. When you see this, for some of you, and for mostly all of you, it's the first time you're ever seeing EcoFlow, but let alone seeing this right here. It's the first time we presented it. This is our Delta Pro Ultra. We presented our Delta Pro. We launched the Delta Pro here on HSN. This is twice as powerful as our Delta Pro. Delta Pro is 3,600 watts. This is 7,200 watts. But this looks very different than any of the other power stations that we've offered. You have that huge digital display right here. This is on wheels, by the way. So you do have the inverter that will be sitting on top. Then you have your battery right here, and then you've got your wheels. This is very easy to move around. You've got handles on both sides. You have all of your ports right here on the very front. You've got 4 AC outlets right here on the very front. I've got my extension cord right here. I've got my AC unit plugged in right here. We have a 30 amp plug right here. You can plug an RV directly into your Delta Pro Ultra. Literally run your whole entire RV right here. This is how you'll have it connected to your home right here in this outlet right here. This is how you're going to be able to recharge it. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll move it over to the side. This is how you'll recharge it, plugging it into the wall AC outlet in multiple different ways as well. This is one of the great things about owning an EcoFlow, is that you can have this connected to a generator. You can have it connected to your AC outlet, so you can plug it into the wall. 2 hours to recharge this unit, 2 hours. And that's where it doesn't make any sense, right? 2 hours to recharge it, yet this will run 2 days of essential power. Now, the other thing too is you can take this to a electric vehicle station. So any of you who live in apartments that have electrical vehicle stations available, take it there, and you can recharge it there as well. You can use this again as for a generator to recharge this if you wanted to. Multiple different things. I just wanted to give you that quick tour. And then, of course, all these buttons right here, this is how I turn on my AC. This is how I turn on the unit itself. This is how I turn on any of my additional ports that I want to use. But I love being able to have that digital display. It tells me every bit of information that I need. It's telling me 95% remaining. It's also telling me I have 1 day. I've got my AC on right now. So I've got my light, my refrigerator running. I've got a day and 7 hours and 8 minutes. Down to the minutes right here available. Input tells me exactly how much power I've got going in, which is 0 because we don't have it plugged in. Output, how much power is going out right now. So we've got about 244 watts of power that's going out right now. Typically, that means our compressor's running on our refrigerator. Now, if I wanted to cook food, how would I do that if I'm out of power? High wattage appliances are heating elements. You need to be able to cook food at some point in time, right? We don't want to be just eating frozen food or cold food. The kids are going to want to microwave food. And what happens if we're sitting there and this happens? That gut-wrenching feeling that you get when the power gets knocked out, when you hear that thunder and all of a sudden all the lights go out in your home. The other thing that we were talking about earlier in the first part of this presentation, so we've had an hour that we talk about this, is that, the funny thing is that, yeah, we got no power right now. If this was your home and you have your Delta Pro Ultra connected to your house, your lights wouldn't go out. Just like your refrigerator will continue to run. You know how long you can run your refrigerator for? Nearly 48 hours you can run your refrigerator and your freezer. Do you have deep freezer that you have in your garage? And then what about microwaves? What about taking the food that's in that refrigerator and cooking that food? We talk about, hurricane season. I don't know, Guy, if you saw this, that it's saying it's going to be, they're 85% sure. This is NOAA, National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration. It's not just some weatherman saying this. 85% sure that this is going to be the busiest hurricane season on record.
You know what?
Okay, so whether they're right or they're wrong, at some point in time, we're going to be out of power. We might experience a hurricane. We might experience a major storm, blizzard, whatever it might be. You want to be prepared. You want to have, like you said, what's the difference between surviving and thriving? It's a big gap.
Yeah.
It's a big gap.
It's huge.
You want to know that your food's going to stay cool. You want to know that you got cold water, whether the filtered water that comes from your refrigerator or whatever it might be. Well, okay, we think about ice. How many people go to the store to just get ice because they don't have able to keep it cool?
Right.
What about the food? Everybody's rushing to the grocery stores. You don't want to do it last minute. This is about getting prepared now, not waiting. I'll say it because I say it in every single one of my presentations. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And the ifs are, it's going to happen. When is it going to happen? We don't know. But when's the power going to come back on? We also don't know that as well. At least you can know you have power with your Ultra Pro.
My dad used to say, we talk about this all the time. He said, there's one thing I would never do is get on a plane that only has one engine.
Yeah.
And what the point he was making is, I want a backup. I can't trust in one person or whoever it is that does that's going to get me there safely. It's the same with your house. You never know. You have no control over the power of your house as it stands.
Right.
If you have this generator, this power source, it's not, I say generator just because it's a generic term, but if you have this whole home power solution, you are in control. You are in control of having lights, having food, having refrigeration, not having water dripping over your floor because all your ice is melting. You have the ability to keep your entire home up and running for days. If you don't have that right now, then you're at the hands of whatever the good Lord gives us, which is storms and tornadoes and all that stuff. I've been smelling those bagels because we made bagels using our EcoFlow. We could make omelets. We could make soup. We can use the microwave. We can use the washer, the dryer.